What made you ruin a Karen's life forever? My cousin Amelia was the human equivalent of an Instagram filter. Perfect, polished, and completely fake. She was a health-obsessed socialite who never missed a chance to remind me that I was, in her words, letting myself go at every family gathering. She'd make a show of offering me a celery stick while she recounted her latest triathlon win. It was humiliating, but I just smiled and took it. I was a caterer, struggling to keep my small business afloat. And I couldn't afford to make waves. The final straw came when she announced her annual Wellness for the World charity gala. She hired me to cater it, not out of kindness, but because she knew I'd give her a massive discount. "It's for a good cause, darling," she'd said, "and it will be good exposure for your little business." During a planning meeting at her mansion, I noticed something odd. She was constantly sipping from a silver flask, even while drinking her green smoothie. When she left the room to take a call, my curiosity got the better of me. I picked up the flask and took a tiny sniff. It wasn't alcohol. It had a sharp, chemical smell. I remembered a news story about a new, highly addictive weight loss drug from Mexico, popular among the wealthy. It was legally questionable and had severe side effects, including, ironically, explosive digestive issues during withdrawal. I knew I had her. I spent the next week meticulously planning my revenge. Amelia had provided a detailed schedule for the gala, including a 5-minute break for her to have her special detox smoothie right before her keynote speech. She claimed it was for vocal clarity. I knew it was to stave off withdrawal. On the night of the gala, I prepared her special smoothie myself. I blended all her usual kale and spirulina, but I added one extra ingredient, a double dose of the strongest commercially available laxative. I watched from the catering tent as she downed the entire drink, a smug look on her face. 5 minutes later, she stepped onto the stage to a round of applause. She looked radiant in a white designer gown. She began her speech, talking about purity, discipline, and the importance of a clean lifestyle. 2 minutes in, her face started to pale. A faint sheen of sweat appeared on her forehead. She clutched the podium, her knuckles turning white. A low gurgle echoed through the microphone. The crowd shifted uncomfortably. Then came the unmistakable sound of a bodily function that should never be heard in public, followed by a horrific smell. A dark stain began to spread across the back of her pristine white dress. She froze, her eyes wide with horror. A wave of shocked gasps and nervous laughter rippled through the audience. Someone in the front row literally threw up. She dropped the microphone and fled the stage, trailing a scent of shame and failure behind her. The gala ended abruptly. Her keynote speech went viral for all the wrong reasons. Amelia's perfect image was shattered in the most humiliating way imaginable. The Wellness for the World Gala is now famous for raising over $200,000 in a single night, all from the court-ordered auction of her personal assets to pay her defrauded donors.